Tell me I've completed the game. I think you've just told me I completed the game. Oh wow, you cannot believe the immeasurable smile upon my face now. Character design, Yoshiyuki Sadamoto. I just completed. That's kind of clever, the way they've integrated the credits with that sort of computer jargony language screen. I don't think it's official computer language, is it? It's just letters, but it still sort of looks... It gives the impression of computer jargon. Although having said that, some of them might be proper. I mean, as they coded the game, there's no reason they can't put in actual coding concept values in the thing, but I don't know. Anyway, yes! So who played... I think I missed, potentially, who played Kite's voice there. Or has it not come up? I may have missed it, unfortunately. But I would have been interested, because it could have been sort of the old Bart Simpson thing with a female doing a male character's voice. Because it is moderately high, because it's a childish character. Or child. He's sort of child. But it's difficult. I can't find it, so fair enough. I think I must have missed Kite's name. Although I don't think it was the first one up there, was it? But maybe I missed an entire page of names, which might be reasonable. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I actually won the game. Oh wow, look at that. Back in the old days with Orca and my green outfit. Shouldn't have taken that swig of drunk. Or the swagger drink. Or the swagger stiggly was fucking drunk. Movie design was Jet Graphics. Archaea. Connect 2. Cyber Connect 2 graphics team. There we go. Trying to work out what's going to be. It's like some kind of epic word search. Director Yasuhiro Noguchi. Join me in word searching this thing. Connect 23. No, god damn it! I thought it was Cyber Connect 23, but it wasn't. Oh, look at that! That was the first ever boss. I showed that boss. I think that was the episode of Dragon's Half Hour that was there. Oh, I neglected the word search at that time. A nice picture of data drain. What we got? Localization. Minako Takahashi. KLS. For some reason I made that sound like I knew KLS. KLS! Oh, hey! Didn't know he was in it. But I have no idea what KLS is. Nor if it's a person. It's not a person, is it? It's a company name, I'm sure. Catfish. Gainax. Bandai! Yeah! Bandai! Never saw much from him. Can't remember what happened to him, but I don't remember seeing him after the beginning. And unfortunately, owing to the fact that the beginning was so long ago, back in Dragon's Half Hour, I can't really remember the beginning. But that, I suppose, is the benefit of recording these things. Kind of pleased that I managed to record me completing the game. That's kind of awesome. I suppose, I don't know. Was I sort of reverse psychologying the universe by saying, I'm going to lose, and then it went, no, you're not. Oh, there we go, my player. Username, Jade Dragon. Character name, Veldin. Damn straight. And what's this? Project.hack. Oh, yeah! Genuinely pleased. I cannot express to you how pleased I am. You would not fathom the when it looked like I didn't have to fight that second form, you will not fathom the grin that stretched across my face, because it just went, oh my god, I'm going to have to fight that thing, I'm going to lose, and then, oh my god. Alright, let's save this data. I'll use the third slot just to not save over before the boss, I suppose. Yeah, go for it. I will overwrite that data once more. And in fact, I will place it in slot 4 as well, because frankly, I never, ever want to lose that far. 8, there we go. Right, I think we can back out now and see what happens next. We are just back to the desktop screen. And I have new mail and new news. I think we'll look at the new news first. So, that seems... Those two news stories are not really what you'd expect. Because, frankly, I wanted the news story Veldin saves the world! Or, literally, I suppose technically I am saving the world. Because the game is called The World, but I'm not actually saving the outside world. Anyway, success in the cultivation of apples. Sanyoring Research Institute said today they have succeeded in cultivating a new type of apple with increased nutritional content. The taste and texture of the prototype are both good, but nothing like an apple. So, I'll tell you what you could do. Instead of trying to cultivate a new apple, why not just grow some old ones? I mean, they're pretty good as is. They're not half bad when it comes to the health factor. Must admit, I'm only really a fan of apple juice and cider, which is... It's odd that I'm not keen on apples, considering I drink a lot of cider. A lot of cider. And a substantial volume of apple juice. Anyway, the taste and texture of the prototype apple are both good. Some tasters have commented that it is very bland and dry. That's my problem with most normal apples, in fairness. A massive Bigfoot investigation began in a suburb of Redding in Oregon State today. There have been many sightings of Bigfoot recently, and city officials hoped it will revive tourism in the area. Although they have been unable to capture the creature, the barbecue party, nice, featuring local mountain recipes was a great success. City officials are pleased with the result. I bet they are. And no more news anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and go here. Roy at Bandai, or Roy of Bandai, I suppose, maybe. Congratulations on clearing .hack infection. You can now have the data flag for .hat infection. Game data saved in this condition, in yellow, can be imported into the next volume. Data without the data flag will not be imported, so be careful. You may continue with your adventure with the current data. The main story will not proceed. Items and experience obtained after clearing can be imported to the next volume, so you can strengthen your character before you continue with the story. Awesome. And now, have you seen the mystical giant in the heavens of... I think that was Delta, wasn't it? I can't remember. Damn Greek alphabet. Areas. According to rumours, the aerial fleet transporting the giant thousands of years ago was in an accident, and now wanders with the giant forever. Hideous someone's giant. Wow. Use this keyword to solve the mystery of the cursed fleet wandering in the heavens. P.S. I forgot to tell you, but I added a virus core T in your items. Nicely done, sir. Virus core T. I also got an extra virus core when it came to the other bit. Anyway, I'm going to just quickly... One final act I will do. Two final acts I will do. I will check the board... for I fancy it. Oh no! They're all defeated, Gob. And I'm the only one left, Gob. Eek! Scary, Gob. I'll be at Detestable Golden Gate, Gob. Come alone, Gob. I perhaps will at some point. Not right now. That's not the second of the things I will do, but nevertheless... I want to log back into the world just quickly. You never know, something else might happen doing this, but we'll still log into the world just for one final act of interest. For I will open up my key items. I think the Book of Lore. Yeah, I can't use those books. Yeah, character data overwrite is forbidden, and again, character data write is forbidden. The Herald Note and the Epitaphs are to do with the main story, which I won't go through. But I will activate Real Book 1, just to see what interesting stats and statistics I can find in each of these books. And I think you've seen a couple of the books, but some of the later books I would have gotten off camera, thus you would not have witnessed them. Anyway, over 30 areas visited, I get an item. Image 06 is added to the desktop. Over 40 areas visited, Real Book 1 will create an item. Background music 07 is added to the desktop. Over 15 hours total playtime, Real Book 1 will create an hour. Wow, really? Yeah, 18 hours, that's not bad. Movie 07 is added to the desktop. And I can no longer create any more items in Volume 1. But apparently, if I visit more areas, I will be able to unlock more stuff there. Rio Book number 2. Let us see what spectacular stuff we can access here. I love this game, just because it's got all sorts of interesting little bits. And I like the... I think it... Again, do you know what? Last time I was discussing .hack, I said it should be made into a real MMORPG. Turned out it was. This time, I'm probably going to be the other way round. I'm going to say I think it was also an anime series, and I'm going to look it up and find out. No, it wasn't. But I've got a feeling it was actually an anime series as well, which I must try and check out. It'll be fascinatingly interesting. Real Book 2 will create an item. Image 07 now. And the limit has been reached. And the limit on portals has been reached as well. And it's amazing. You've opened 656 portals. You've opened all the dungeon portals 23 times. But the field portals, nah. You've just not bothered. You've done it once. That's disappointing. And I think, in fairness, that one time was chasing down Gardenia as part of the quest. I just can't be bothered. The fields are so huge that I can never be bothered to try and find all of them. And the one time I was trying, I literally couldn't find them all. I kept going back and forth. I tried to do a sort of proper search plan, you know, grid by grid, searching for portals. Still couldn't find them all. Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so we've reached the limits on both of those on trades. This is all to do with trades. So I've traded 6 times with Sanjuro, 5 times with Pyros. There's an awfully large volume of gaps, which means there's an awfully large volume of people I have not met / not traded with. I don't know if that's a case of in the next game you'll open up some more of these question marks, or whether you can open up all the question marks in this game and you'll get more question marks for the next game. I don't know how. I have no idea how the system works. If you know how the system works, feel free to inform me. It wouldn't necessarily be a spoiler to state, yes, in order to fill in all of the gaps in those books, you have to wait until the next game, or no, you've just missed everybody. 80 monsters on the list. And I get a background music again, and I've reached the limits in this book as well. But again, there's a lot of question marks here. But I suppose, in fairness, I do seem to have sort of fairly permanently faced off against a lot of very samey enemies throughout the time. I suppose explore more portal or word combinations for portals is the key factor. So what book is this? Even I'm not recognising some of these books now. I know the monster one. I don't know if this one. Oh, this is the gifts. Yes, of course. Because I look at this. Fucking 16,800 GPs worth of gifts to Sanjuro. Poor Orca. I suppose technically Orca, of course, wasn't in it long enough for me to be able to gift him much. Mia's got an awfully large volume of gift, and his affection is 58. 114 affection there. 237. Pyros apparently really liked me. Elk likes me even more, primarily because I've given him 45,700 GPs worth of stuff. I reckon that might be the top one somehow. Natsume doesn't like me as much as all the others and only has 3,000 odd. Gardenia, she's not fussed about me, but she's quite pleased at the amount I've given her. Oh boy! I'm guessing 250 might be the top. 250 might be the upper limit of affection, and that is 51,800. Wow. 201 for Mistral. So I have used Mistral a lot. Even though I said her voice is annoying, I have used Mistral quite a lot, owing to the fact that I like the variety. But I find you have to have a Wave Master. Unless you end up going, right, I'm level 30, I'm going to tackle a level 1 dungeon. You could use anybody you like. But if you're doing dungeons to your level, you need a Wave Master. It's that simple. It really is. Unless you're gonna, I suppose you could probably get away with magicking up your main character and trying to get all the magic and trying to get all the items and heal yourself. But it's so much easier just going, you first aid, do it. It's much more pleasant. Anyway, over 50 treasure boxes opened. Yeah, over 50. Yeah, not half. Only slightly over 50, I'd like to point out. Reader Book 6 will create an item. Movie 08. 150, so we get Image 08. 300 treasure boxes, so we get background music 09. 50 boxes, casks, bones and jars. Yeah, slightly more than 50. Movie 09. Over 100, we get Image 09. 200, we get background music 10. Over 5 good statues opened, and we get movie 10. Over 15 got statues, we get image 10. And the limit of all of them has been reached. That's kind of ridiculous. So we are officially now into books that I haven't checked out, which is why I'm getting all of the items come through stating what you have and haven't done. I could skip these book sections, but I genuinely like them. There's something about this whole sort of... Over 5 encounters with Monsieur. He's the guy in the springs. If I haven't shown it, he's the guy in the springs that can upgrade your weapon or give you a silver axe or a golden axe in place of that. But what's best I've found is always go... What you do is you drop a weapon in, and he asks you, did you drop a golden or a silver axe? And then you've got the option of neither. Now, the option of neither allows you to have the risk of getting a better item, but I think there is a slim risk of getting a worse item. Although I haven't stumbled across a worse item. Every time I've interacted with these guys, they have given me a better item. It's quite good and awesome and generally wondrous. And my voice, apparently I've been talking too long, because you could feel it. I could feel it going there, and I don't know how much it picked up on the microphone or what have you, but still. Over 5 encounters with Monsieur. But yeah, anyway, the best thing to do is take the risk and go neither, because if it's an item they can't do anything with, you get that item back, and you get a golden axe and a silver axe. So, really, it seems best to just always go neither one, because odds are you'll get a better weapon, but also, if you don't, and you can't do anything with it, you get both silver and golden axes. Not that I actually know what silver and golden axes do. I've got a whole collection in my storage facility, but I don't know what they're doing. I'm wondering if there's something to do with trades. I haven't explored the trading system all that much, because I've just, skipped it. Because I don't know. I suppose you could argue I'm choosing not to understand it. If I put the effort in, I could possibly understand it. Anyway, lots and lots of symbols, and now lots and lots... Oh, wow, over 30 as well. And image 12. So, yeah, I've maxed out symbols, but in terms of Monsieur and Grandpa, I don't know what these symbols are. Symbols activated. The symbols where I got that boost earlier. Where it went, you've got the effects of App Torv, I think it was, I got. Or some app something. Anyway, that's what symbols are. I've just realised. And now finally, Ryu Book 8, which is all about grunties and their foodstuffs. I need to find more of their foodstuffs. As I say, I don't remember ever encountering white cherries. It's not a case of I've used all of my white cherries. It's literally I've never found a white cherry. Grunty list of food. So I've raised one noble grunty. Other than that, I have raised no other grunties. I could ignore the fact that he's asking for white cherries, because there are different grunties to raise. I think you can raise... Obviously, I think noble grunty, is where... That's your top one. He said you wanted... he said he wanted something, so you gave it to him. He said he wanted it, you gave it, wanted, gave... So you get a noble grunty, potentially. Although it might be something more to do with the stats. But I get the impression, if you give it everything it asks for, it will become a noble grunty. But if you start, you can go off the beaten track and start going, oh, I'm gonna feed him this, and then this, maybe. Oh, hey, finally we get something interesting, because we've over 50 grunty food obtained. I get another item, which is a movie. I get, right, okay, fair enough. Just the one item for the grunty food list. And now we're back, and we have no more books, so I will log out of the world, yep. I have made the mistake in the past of choosing the wrong menu and going quit, and that quits the entire game without saving it, which, yeah, that ain't good. Anyway, I will show you me say... Oh, I have new mail as well. Oh, wow, awesome. Black Rose and stuff. Things are all happening at once. I'm counting on you, partner. Fair enough. It's a bit random. Do you cook? Guys these days need to be able to cook if you want to be popular with the girls. I do cook. Can I not? I don't seem to have a reply for that one, but yeah, I do cook, actually. I cook quite often. I make a particularly fine loaf of bread. And my improv shortbread balls of awesome were fantastic. They lived up to their name. They were balls of shortbread, and they were awesome. And they had a surprise inside. Oh yeah. I'll reveal the surprise. I tell you what, if you want to make them, get yourself a basic shortbread recipe. So you get a nice shortbread dough. I think it's basically a lot of butter and a bit of sugar, and you rub it together, and you get something. Look it up. Shortbread's not going to be difficult. But what you can do is you get yourself a apricot, then you get yourself a little bit of. I utilised popping candy chocolate spread. It's turned into a cooking class, I know. But yeah, you get a dried apricot, that is. So the little sort of shriveled ones. Dried apricot. You get yourself 2 little bits of shortbread pastry. And you flatten them out. And then you place a ring of, and I use popping candy chocolate spread. So you've got a little bit of chocolate spread. Then you put the apricot on. Then you put the other sort of disc-ish flat of shortbread on top of that. And then you make it into a ball. And then you cook it. And then you go, oh, that's gorgeous. In theory, anyway. You may think, oh man, that sounds vile. But actually, I really like that. It was delightful to behold how tasty that was, which genuinely surprised me because I wasn't expecting much from it. Of course, you get a certain amount of chocolate spread leaking out of the shortbread, but don't let that put you off. Alright, a bit worried. You have not seen well these days. You should put plum dressing on a baked banana and eat it. It is all the cooking advice in all the time. The only problem is, I really can't stand bananas. I seem to actually get a gag reflex when trying to eat an actual banana. I like the banana flavour. Banana yogurt, banana milkshake, banana all sorts. Not that you get all sorts in banana flavour, but nevertheless. I say foam bananas, they're nice as well. Love a foam banana, delightful. But nevertheless, a real banana, and I genuinely find gag reflex kicks in, which is just bizarre. And I know it's bizarre. I understand and comprehend it's bizarre, and yet it still happens. Anyway, you've received cooking advice. You've received epic volumes of books on in the world, and you've even found something out about me that you really didn't need to. Which is perfect for an anniversary special, I suppose. Even after 2 years together, you're still finding shit out about me. Oh, that's what makes a relationship work. Anyway, I am immeasurably pleased at having completed .hack Infection. And I don't know, maybe at some point I will try and pick it up again in Jake Dragon's Gaming Circus. And if I can get the second one to work, which I can't remember what the second one's called, which is not useful, I may try and explore that one. Or I suppose I could do the bonus mission to do with giants, but let's be honest. 9 times out of 10, when they go ahead and turn around and go, hey, have a bonus. Just have a little bonus. Go on, have a bonus. It's ridiculously difficult. It's the Omega weapon, I bet. The Omega weapon and the Ultima weapon. Whichever one was the harder one. I can't remember which. Anyway, so let's have a flick through some of these. So that's Kite Colour. That's Kite Rough. As I said, Kite is the name of the character if you utilise the default. I utilised Veldin. Kite Rough, so some nice sort of Orca. Orca Rough. Orca Rough 2. Black Rose in colour. I could have Black Rose up on my desktop. That's not a bad idea, actually. Black Rose and Kite. That's quite a nice picture. Although, Kite looks oddly girly because he's got the sort of big anima eyes. I'm fairly certain Kite was not meant to be a girl, but I might be wrong. Black Rose and Kite 2. Colour illustration. And I see that's where I think this is an anima. Because I've got a feeling when you bought the original, you got actually, oh yeah, if I remember rightly, buying the original gave you a disc with some anima episodes to do with .hack on. That was awesome. That's why I feel so much worse about never managing to get the others on sort of proper official disc, because I reckon that would have been spectacular. Anyway, so that was, hang on, So this was colour in trying to say both illustration and liminality at the same time, so I couldn't. Anyway, liminality, which is colour illustration, and sign, which that may be something to do with anima series as well. Maybe the anima series was called Sign or something. I don't know. But then again, that looks like it's, I don't know. In terms of the designs, that almost looks like it's Orca, Black Rose, and Kite, but I don't think it quite is. But I suppose maybe they're meant to be the same character classes, just different people playing those characters. And then we get the original. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Black Rose in colour upon my desktop, just for giggles really. The audio player, I could watch, I can of course now watch these movies, but I think, yeah, I've got a feeling these are just the movies featured in the game, so they're not anything. They're a slight bonus, but nothing truly wondrously spectacular. Anyway, I was suggesting the notion of possibly picking this up again and maybe doing the bonus level, but then again, it's probably a bitch, so I might not. But there is one thing left to say, of course, and I think you know what it is. And you may be thinking, no, please don't. But I have been going for what feels like possibly over an hour, if not over an hour and a half. So I best say one last thing. Cheerio.